Hey everyone, this is Sumlock24, and today I'm going to show you how to farm level 40 Officer Tetsu Trudge, and it's actually extremely easy. I'll go ahead and show you two decks, and if you've been playing the game for a while, you basically have played this deck, you know what the deck is, and the first one is a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. It's extremely simple to use. All you really have to do is summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and after you summon that, you can win the game. You don't do anything, just pass turns until you get your pieces. So the deck profile consists of one Kaiba Man, one Blue Dragon Summoner, three the White Stones of Legend, one Gravekeeper's Vassal, three Protector with Eyes of Blue, three Blue Eyes. It's just a throw, and you don't have to have it. If you don't have it, don't go out of your way to get it. Just put a Jar of Greed or anything that will allow you to draw a card. Anti-magic arrows. You do need the anti-magic arrows. The deck does not work without the anti-magic arrows. If you don't have it, try to maybe run maybe two trap jammers or something similar, because he does run security orbs, and he runs, like, I think he runs three. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. Two union attacks, one shooting starbow seal. Again, this one, if you don't have it, use secret room to the treasure, I think it's called. I'll show you here in the next deck list that I'll show you. But I'm just running this one because I have it and it's prismatic, and it does the exact same thing. Do not use this if you're farming level 30s or 20s, because the level 30s or 20s do run Dust Tornado, so that will ruin your farm if you're running the shooting starbow seals, or run the secret, secret room to the treasure, I think. I'll give you the name here in a bit. And then three Shard of Greeds to make it go a little bit faster. You do need the balance skill. This is just the deck that I put in together. The deck does run way better with balance. If you don't have balance, you can try the deck out, but it's a little bit of it's kind of inconsistent. You're not gonna win every single time. If you don't, you really do need the balance skill. So do try to have the balance skill on here on this deck profile. And then the next one is with you can run them with any characters. This is just the way I had it. Again, have you been playing for a while? You know what this deck is. It's the Unhappy deck. And it's, again, extremely easy to use. One Mystical Beast of Circuit, one Gravekeeper's Vassal, three The Unhappy Girl, three Raimei, one Anti-Magic Arrows. Again, if you don't have them, run the Trap Jammers. Double Summons, two Union Attacks, Temple of the Kings, three Magical Mallets, one Secret Pass to the Treasures, and this is the one that I was talking about. If you don't have the shooting starbow seal, run this instead. And if you're farming 20s and 30s, definitely run this instead. And then three Spirit Barriers. And for the fusions, you can either run 5-headed dragon, or, well, actually you can't. It has to be either Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon or Cyber End Dragon. If you don't have any of these, just run the highest attacking, I guess, fusion that you have that can be Spectral Summoned. If you do run anything under 4,000, however, I think you might not get the over 99 damage. So I think Master of Oz is over 4,000, I think. So you might be able to use him. So if you don't have these, but anyway, let me go ahead and show you some replays, and then that way you kind of get an idea in case that you're new to the game. If you've already been playing it a while, you don't need to see these replays. I'm gonna go to where they're at. Alright, Duel replays. And again, this is the level 50. So again, that's really not much of a difference between the level 40 and the 50. Didn't really check to see what they were running in their deck. I just gave the two decks a try, and they worked. So that's how I ended up just playing and using those decks. So here it is. Here's the Unhappy Girl deck. And again, and there I actually drew perfect, but if you don't draw the perfect hand, you can always Magical Mallet, and you also run the, I think it was the Greeds, right? The Pot of Greeds. Or not Pot of Greeds, but the Shard of Greeds. But most of the time, the Magical Mallets will get you your two pieces. And once you have the Unhappy Girl with a Spirit Barrier, you just sit on them, and you basically pass turn until the very last turn. And again, both decks are just extremely simple to use. You're always going to be able to get the over 8,000 dual assessment, so you shouldn't have any problems. The only problem you may have is if you don't have balance, and then you most likely gonna win every other game or every other 2 games, and then the other 2 you're gonna lose. But if you do have balance, then you shouldn't have any problems with it. And again, you're just basically just passing turns, just setting, passing turns, setting, passing turns. And on the double summons, you sometimes need it and other times you don't. If you do have the Tempo and the Scorpion really early in the game, you can just go ahead and tribute. And then at that point, you don't even need the Unhappy Grow. You can just sit on your fusion and the opponent's not going to do anything. So if you don't have the double summons, you can always try to play without it. But again, every now and then you do run into a situation where you do need it. So that's the only reason I'm running it. Alright, and the next one, again, this is the Blue Eyes deck, and with the Blue Eyes deck, again, you do need balance. With this particular version, since I just built it, so I forgot to put the balance skill on there. So again, it's kind of like a 50-50. If you don't have balance, if you draw a decent hand, you might be able to pull it off. But again, if you don't draw like a Blue Eyes and something to special summon it with, then you most likely will lose. And here I got extremely lucky because I did get a Blue Eyes with the stone, and then I was able to get one of the cards to special summon the Blue Eyes. And this one, since I was only at 250, I was able to get, I think it was like 10,000 dual assessments, but anything over 8 doesn't really matter, I don't think. If you don't have the protector with Ice of Blue, just run Kaibamans. Kaibamans are, I think, from the card trader, I think. So you shouldn't have any problems having any copies of those. And again, if you don't have the shards, run Jar of Greed's Legacy of Yatagarasu, I think it's called. The other card is called, where you get to draw. So everything, you can basically substitute everything except for like the final pieces, like the union attacks and then the anti-magic arrows. The anti-magic arrows you can substitute them with a trap jammer, and then the unions you do need with the vassal also. So here it is, and I'm kind of really, I hate farming. And I knew I was going to get way over 8,000 dual assessments, so I just went ahead and finished them off. I didn't wait for the last card. Because again, I'm just extremely impatient. Alright, so there you go. Let me show you the decks one more time. Again, really simple decks. Here's the first one. Again, Unhappy Girl. Like I said, if you've been playing for a while, you know this deck. 1 Mystical Beast of Circuit. 1 Gravekeeper's Vassal, 3 Unhappy Girls, 3 Right Mate to get the Unhappy Girls, 1 Anti-Magic Arrow, 1 Double Summon, 2 Union Attacks, 1 Temple of the Kings, 3 Magical Mallets, 1 Secret Pass to the Treasures, and then the 3 Spirit Barriers with any fusion that you may have that's over 4,000. And then the other one again.
When Team 5Ds needs a win, they turn to me, Crow.
1 Kaibaman, 1 Blue Dragon Summoner, 3 the White Stone of Legend. If you don't have White Stone of Legends, you can substitute the Blue Dragon Summoner. It's basically the exact same thing. 1 Gravekeeper's Vassal, Protector with Ice of Blue, 3 Blue Eyes, a draw card, Darkwood Dealings, Jar of Greed, Legacy of Yatagarasu, anything that you may have. Anti-Magic Arrows or Trap Jammer, Union Attacks, Shooting Starbow Seal, or that other spell card, Secret Pass to the Treasures. And Shard of Greeds, again, any Magical Mallets, Legacy, or Jar is fine also. So there you go. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like. And if you are enjoying my content, do subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.